Hey baby, first off I want to say take this video as more of an informative video rather than anything else, because I don't want people to get mixed messages or the wrong message, or just basically I'm trying to tell you that the world of sugar daddies is not all fun and games. Guys want sex and it's just a matter of avoiding having sex with some dirty old skis with lots of money. Unless of course like you're into that, then go for your fucking life. But there is a line between having a sugar daddy and prostitution. Now back to me. I'm making this video to talk about my Swedish sugar daddy that pays my motherfucking rent. This is gonna be so awkward for my family to watch because they have no idea. I think it's best to release this video now that I don't have to pay rent. It's not an ongoing situation for me, so fuck it. When I was 16, 17 years old, I had a seeking arrangement account, and on that account in my bio was my Snapchat username with like emojis all around it. At that age, nothing meant more to me than my Snapchat story, so I was promoting the fuck out of it everywhere I could. I'm not too sure any of the old men on seeking arrangement could even like work an iPhone. I'm not even sure where the sugar daddy came from. I've always assumed he came from seeking arrangement, but I don't know, because I also have my Snapchat username advertised on my motherfucking Grindr, Tinder, Hornet, the fucking fetish app. It's everywhere. For me, it was just so casual to have an influx of old men messaging me on Snapchat because it was just like, lol. Well, I know where you've come from. Like, I've done this to myself. It's not a fucking problem. There's a difference between old men harassing you on the street and old men sending you a dick pic on Snapchat. Neither are nice, but a Snapchat only lasts for 10 seconds at the most. Towards the end of 2015, I'm not sure if I'd graduated high school yet or if I was still going through it. I'm not sure if I'd started transitioning. I'm not sure at what point, but towards the end of 2015, I received a friend request from some random person on Snapchat who then starts replying to my stories. Like, all of them were. Like, they all just sort of say like, oh, nice hair, cute outfit, or if it's a funny snap, they'll say, haha. His username, I've got his like actual name now saved, but his username back then was literally like Swiss fish or something fucking stupid. Obviously not the actual username. I would not share that with the public because I know some grimy bitch would try and get her hands on him. Get your fucking mitts off my Swiss fish, alright bitch? I honestly, for the longest time, literally like a whole fucking year, thought Swiss fish was a motherfucking 14-year-old girl just replying to my Snapchat stories. So I would respond with like cute little love heart emojis up until one day, Swiss fish sends me a Snapchat of like a fucking office. And we're talking to like any office. It's like a one-person penthouse. And then the next snap was literally the Gucci store in Sweden. I was like, huh? Who's your daddy? What kind of 14-year-old girl are you? What? Obviously, after receiving these two Snapchats, I was in heat. I started talking to Swiss fish, literally just ASL, but that was the end of it because I was like doing my whole own thing in life. Last year, I did not need a sugar daddy. I did not want a sugar daddy. I was too absorbed with myself. I didn't realize I actually had to live life. We went back to the same old little situation where Swiss fish would just compliment me and I would read it and be like, okay, cute, not reply, and just go on to the next compliment from another person. Towards the end of 2016, I released 3 Snapchats in a row, and they honestly the most cringy fucking thing I have ever seen. I literally opened my camera roll the other day and I was just like, ew. Literally me pulling a soppy old miserable face, and the captions were like, I'm moving out of the city, does anyone take over my lease, hit me up. Obvi, the seeking arrangement daddies, well, most likely like the fucking fetish app daddies started messaging me all sorts of shit being like, are you okay, baby? And I was like, what? Like, I didn't in my mind really process that people would think something was wrong up until I realized they thought something was wrong. I was honestly just being like a little bit dramatic because I couldn't be bothered getting a job and working to pay my rent. My parents at that point were starting to slowly cut me off. Like, they would never cut me off fully, but their support was starting to dwindle, and I honestly just felt bad. I felt like I can't continue to just mooch off my parents. I've been mooching off them for like the last 18 years of my life. For me, it just doesn't make sense that they would be paying my rent when that's a decision I made to move out of home. Do you know what I mean? Those Snapchats were made the same day I had a job interview at a motherfucking fast food restaurant. It was just like, no, I'm not doing this. I refuse to do this. Obvi, I keep saying that, obvi. I just feel like this story time is so obvious. We all know where it's fucking going. Swiss fish responds to one of those Snapchats of me looking miserable as fuck. The first line was literally, do you need me to pay your rent? I also only recently realized the reason Swiss fish has done this is because he has literally been watching me for like 2.5 years. Okay, my mathematics isn't that great. 1.5 years? He's been watching me for a very long time, and in that whole period up until now, I used to Snapchat my whole fucking life, every single day, and if he's watching like 5 minutes of me a day, he must be fucking obsessed. Like, he must be fucking in love. To be watching that and then also narrating it and like replying to the snaps as if he's like my best fucking friend, and literally I'm here like, what? Like, stop messaging me, Swiss fish. And it all added up, and I was like, he's literally fucking obsessed with me. All I had to do for him to continue to pay my rent monthly was FaceTime him. All he wanted from me on FaceTime was for me to be fingering myself while sucking a 10-inch dildo. We tried FaceTiming and it just did not work. It like fizzled out hard because he's literally like a 100-year-old man. He made it very clear he wants nothing from me other than for me to visit him in Sweden. I don't have to, but like it's something I definitely do just to make sure he knows I'm keen. I always have to play up like, yeah, I'm so keen to come to Sweden. I can't wait to spend some time with you. Over my dead fucking body am I returning to Sweden. Oh my fucking God. I went there one time on a family fucking vacation. Literally like a 1-day trip to the Swedish countryside. We had traveled across the bridge from Copenhagen. I was a little shit back then, and my parents like went off to like some flower farm or some shit, and I was like, nah, I'm not leaving the car, Hans. Like, you can leave me in here and I'll be much happier, okay? Here I am sitting in the back seat of the rental car. My dad winds down the window so I can fucking breathe and then closes the door and fucking locks it. A swarm of bees fly in through the fucking window and attack me. European cars don't unlock from the inside once they're locked from the outside, so here I am stuck. I didn't get stung, but it was the most traumatic experience. Honestly, it only lasted like a minute and a half because I just jumped out the fucking window. I'm never to return to Sweden, especially not with him. Oh, and another thing, okay, so he did want one thing from me, and that was to switch from Snapchat to emails, which was literally the worst thing to ever happen to me because I don't check my emails. Like, who the fuck uses email? Here I am typing emails to swissmotherfuckingfish@hotmail.com. Like, it was not a cute time in my life. And we used to talk about literally like Frank Sinatra. Literally in between butthole pics, we were talking about Frank Sinatra and how wonderful his music is. I'm kidding. But there were a couple of butthole pics, I do admit.